Hi everyone, welcome back to CarBeast, your ultimate pit stop for all things performance, muscle, and sheer automotive dominance. If you're a Mustang fan or just someone who appreciates when raw power meets modern engineering, then today's episode is going to blow your mind. We're talking about the absolute beast that is the 2026 Mustang Boss 429. Yes, Ford has brought back one of its most iconic and legendary muscle car names, and they've done it with a vengeance. Let's rewind just a little bit. The original Boss 429, first introduced in 1969, was a street-legal homologation special built to compete with MOPA in NASCAR. It was brutally powerful, incredibly rare, and it became a symbol of American muscle in its purest form. Fast forward to 2026, and Ford has resurrected that legacy for a new generation with new tech, new styling, and of course, a big, bad engine. The 2026 Mustang Boss 429 is built off the 7th generation Mustang platform, but it's so much more than just a tuned-up GT. Under the hood, where all Boss legends earn their stripes, you'll find a monster. Ford has developed a brand new 7.3-liter naturally aspirated V8, nicknamed Godzilla 2.0, which is a significant evolution of the engine currently used in heavy-duty trucks. But in the Boss 429, it's been heavily reworked with forged internals, titanium valves, and performance headers. The result, a jaw-dropping 829 horsepower and 678 pound-feet of torque without any forced induction. That's right. No turbos, no superchargers. Just pure, old-school, American displacement paired with cutting-edge engineering. This isn't just a car, it's a war cry on wheels. Power is delivered to the rear wheels through a Tremec 6-speed manual gearbox, with an optional 10-speed automatic for those who want lightning-fast shifts. But let's be real, if you're buying a Boss 429, you probably want to row your own gears. The 2026 model is all about balance too. It's not just a straight-line brute. Ford Performance has outfitted it with an adaptive MagneRide suspension, revised geometry for better handling, and a track-tuned chassis that makes it feel surprisingly agile for a car this powerful. Add in massive Brembo carbon ceramic brakes and sticky Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, and you've got a car that not only accelerates like a rocket but actually knows how to dance through corners. Now, let's talk about design, because Ford didn't just throw a big engine into a Mustang and call it a day. The Boss 429 comes with a wider, more aggressive stance. The front fascia is unique, featuring larger air intakes and a functional hood scoop that pays homage to the original '69 Boss. The rear end is just as menacing, with a massive diffuser, quad exhausts, and a large ducktail spoiler that's both retro and functional. The car sits lower than the standard GT, giving it that planted, ready-to-pounce look even when it's standing still. Inside, the Boss 429 strikes a balance between race-ready and roadworthy. You'll find Recaro sport seats with contrast stitching, a flat-bottomed steering wheel, and a digital instrument cluster with Boss-exclusive graphics. There's also a dedicated track mode that reconfigures the gauges and tightens up throttle response and suspension settings for max performance. Ford hasn't skimped on tech either. You still get the latest Sync 5 system with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and over-the-air updates, so you're never behind on software even if you're living in the fast lane. And for those wondering about weight, yes, the 2026 Boss 429 is heavier than the base GT, but Ford has used aluminum panels, a carbon fiber roof, and lightweight materials where it counts to keep the curb weight under control. Official numbers put it at just under 3,950 pounds, which is impressive considering the power it's packing. Now let us get to the part everyone's waiting for: price. The 2026 Mustang Boss 429 isn't going to be cheap. Ford has confirmed a starting price of $96,995, and with optional packages like the carbon track pack, premium audio, and custom paint options, it's easy to spec it well over $110,000. But here's the deal: this isn't just a car. It's a piece of muscle car history reborn. You're not just buying horsepower, you're buying legacy, design, engineering, and exclusivity. And let us not forget, production is limited. Only 4,200 units are planned globally, making it a future collectible right out of the gate. So whether you're a longtime Mustang loyalist or just someone who respects what Ford has done with this car, the 2026 Boss 429 is something special. It doesn't rely on nostalgia alone, it earns its nameplate with every rev, every corner, and every